Alright, welcome back everybody to Ryan's Guitar Shop. Today's video is step 2 of alternating bass for bluegrass guitar. So if you haven't checked out my previous video about bluegrass guitar and what alternating bass is, check out that video. Got it up in the corner right now. And after you've completed step 1, I think step 2 is a good step to do before we actually do any music. Some of you might feel like, well, I've learned the basics, I'm just going to go ahead and apply it to a song. For some people that works great. Other people, we need to do this step 2, especially with my students in school. Step 1 would have been one day. We would have worked a lot of that on one day, and then day 2 we come back and we do this step 2. I think this is a really good way to, again, work our way up to, so by the time we do play a song, we're pretty much ready to go. So if you haven't seen step 1, just a really quick review. We play a G chord with 6 strum, 5 strum. And the idea of step 1 is the 1 chord method and just holding a solid chord the entire time. C chord, 5 to 4. And then our 4-string D7, 4 to 5. Now again, the 3 chords don't really matter. What's important that you're playing one of each of the 3 types. And again, G, C, and D7 are very common in bluegrass guitar, so those are good ones to start, and most people know those as guitar players anyways. So what I have kids do then with step 2 is take 2 chords of the same type or the same variation. For example, 2 6-string chords. So in this case, a G and an E minor. Now, even though the E minor may not be used a lot in bluegrass music, the idea here is, instead of, again, just jumping right into a song where I've got to worry about what chord I'm playing, what pattern now I have to play, how many measures I've got to play, that can still be a lot of confusing things to put all together. So again, we're trying to work our way up, so by the time we get to a song, we're ready to go. So the 2 chord method takes 2 of the same kind, and the idea is the right hand can stay the same. Meaning for G and E minor, it's going to be a 6 to 5. Now the idea of this again is that only one hand has to make the change. I can still really hyper focus on that right hand, doing the same 6 strum, 5 strum. Now you can do the 2 chord method in 2 ways. One is you can set it up with a pre-described number of measures and do the same number of measures each time. For example, you could do 2 measures. I usually don't suggest just 1. I think that's a little too quick. So I suggest at least 2. So you could set it up where you do 2 measures and you're just switching back and forth between those 2. Or you just start on one of the chords, play it a whole bunch of times. Again, I can watch the right hand very exclusively. And then when I feel comfortable, just kind of set myself up, say, okay, E minor, maybe look to the left real quick. And then back to G when I feel ready. So there's really no set time limit between it. I just do that again a whole bunch of times. And again, the right hand is doing the same thing over and over and over again from there. So the next step then would be a C and an A minor work good, because with that all I have to do is move my 3rd finger. Most people can do that very quickly, very easily. Maybe a quick glance over here, and again I'm just doing it fast for demonstrations, but I do one over and over and over again, then I switch to the other one. And as fast or as slow as I feel comfortable doing it. Now D7 is a little bit tricky because we are a little bit more limited on 4-string chords, so I usually suggest D7 and a D. Use the advantage of those open strings really helps as well. So once again, the idea with the 2 chord method is that you're playing 2 of the same type of chords, so the right hand stays the same, and you start getting a little bit of use of changing your chords from there. So hope this video helps, and I'll see you on the next one.